Alright, this is my next attempt at FPV fixed wing flight. This is the obviously named Turnigy Tek Sumo. I got it at Hobby King on sale, 30 bucks. I think it was like 40 shipped. They just came out with a V2 for this, so they were unloading these, but for 30 bucks I figure what the hell. Setup, cheapo 9-gram servos, keeping it cheap because it's just a basher. Motor, it's a 2206 2400 kV motor. It's an RCX motor. I'm actually running them on that red quad right there. It's a pretty decent motor. It's close to the spec that they recommended, but they it was a little bit lower kV, but the size is about the same. Underneath, good old X4R receiver, plush 40 amp with a 5 amp Beck. Plenty of power to run these two servos and the VTX and camera, which I'm running straight off of the Beck with the extra lead because I'm only using 3 channels. This is the RunCam micro setup. This is the one that piggybacks off of the smaller camera, and this is the teeny one that it's about the size of the tiny whoop cameras. So I stuck that on the front, and it seems alright. I mean, you can't really tell till you get it out in the sun. I actually started off, this was my first one right here, which is the Bonsai, and as you can see, that's a 600. The Tek Sumo is a 900, so it's reasonably bigger. This one I always use the 200 watt tiny whoop style camera on it, and I've beaten the nuts out of this thing, and it's held up pretty good. So this Tek Sumo is even half of what that Bonsai is. I'll be happy with it. Modifications I did to it. Added these little plastic core bumpers, which you kind of can see. Oh, it's even better with that. Acts as a bumper for the camera. Give it a little bit of, save it up a little bit. Had to add a half an ounce, sorry, of weight to the tail to balance it out. I mean, because I did add some weight to the nose. If it flies good, I'm going to charge it right now. I'll slap the RunCam on the back. It's going to pick up a lot of the wing, but at least I'll get some HD video. Like I said, if it flies good enough, I'm not sure if this motor is going to be enough power to fly it all at once. I might end up hopping that motor up. I got more than enough ESC to do so, but with the RunCam HD camera on it, I got to add another gram. Not a gram, another ounce of weight to balance it out, and it seems like it balances up pretty good. But like I said, we'll see how she does. Yeah, I started off with the Bonsai right here, and I got the old Sky Hunter, which I probably should have started off with the Sky Hunter because that one a little easier to fly than the Bonsai, but whatever. And I got the S800 up there, and that flies decent. It's not my favorite. I'll probably do something stupid with it just to get rid of it at some point in time. But aside from that, we're gonna throw this guy in the air tomorrow and see how she flies. Okay, that was a fail. As you see in the DVR, I lost my video, and that was a result of my back on this here ESC taking a shit. When I had it on the bench and I was testing it, it actually was getting warm. I'm not too familiar with the familiar temperatures of BECs, but apparently it was too much. By the time I got over to it, everything was working again because it cooled down a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, it was just bad. I amp tested it on my benchtop power supply before I flew it. It was only pulling 0.2 of an amp with everything hooked up, and if I was like stalling out these servos, it would climb 2.5 an amp, which it should have been more than capable of doing. But I think it was just defective. But no real damage. Both of these servos were stripped out. The gears are made out of stale cheese, so you can't expect too much. I'm going to replace those with some Metal Gear servos. Tested out my bumper, which worked great. Unfortunately, aside from a little bit of dirt, but not too bad. And my battery holder right here, where the strap goes through, ripped, but that's an easy fix. Yeah, so I got some Metal Gear servos coming. Get rid of that piece of shit, because it's what it is. And that's it. Flew really good the time I did have it in the air. It was needed a lot of up trim. Almost like it was nose heavy, but it wasn't. It just needed it. I didn't put enough reflex in it, so I'll fix that when I put the new servos in. And should be flying pretty good. But I think it was 75% on the rates, roll and pitch, and it was moving good once I got it trimmed up. And then by that time I lost video. Good thing I didn't put it in the lake. That would have sucked. But yeah, so I got the parts on order. I'm going to run an external Beck this time around, so that way there I don't have to depend on the ESC. I got a new ESC coming, which will should be better. I mean, it can't be any worse than that. And I said, servos. You see, the video worked good. You'll see in the DVR this little run cam micro camera actually put out a decent video for what it was. And signal was good coming off this little sleeve dipole run cam micro jobby. Yeah, no complaints. So I'm going to put some better parts in it now that I know that it'll actually fly pretty good. Power seemed pretty good too, but it'll be good for a basher once I get it flying. So if I get it up this weekend, you'll see a video from it.